Okay. So this is a game featuring Ursa, who went like 22-12. We're just gonna see how that kind of goes down with a little bit of commentary.
Places, everyone.
So unfortunately, we don't see the shop the way he does because it's not set to the same itemization. First two items, I fucked up here. Sorry, I didn't do that well. I got a Quelling Blade and the Ring of Protection. But I should have got some tangos as well, and I utilized courier time later that didn't need to be utilized because of that. Now normally with Ursa I would
30 seconds
go
to showtime
in the jungle, but this game I was actually forced to lane because we have a Techies and Silly Bear, Druid of the Forest. So, or Druid of the Claw, sorry. So I'm taking a slightly different approach than I normally do, and I'm playing in a low skill bracket right now.
Here we go.
So the opponent's actually triple lane bottom, and
Radiant on one side.
I'm just not sure how effective that is. In fact, I don't think it's effective at all. But what happened is Techies mined all of their respective mine creep spots, so they didn't get a lot of spawns the same way they would have. Right now, I haven't realized it yet, but in this particular matchup, Lincoln Sphere is also really good against a Doom, Bloodseeker, and Spirit Breaker in particularly, but also against the Wraith King and the Queen of Pain, which makes their entire roster vulnerable to it. So, you know, they have to burn, you know, relatively good skills to get rid of it, to remove it. So it just adds a really good layer of defense on Ursa in this particular matchup. Right here, I'm just trying to get last hits. You can see the tri-lane is Doom, Wraith King, and Bloodseeker. And right now, I'm about to get first blood. That was really helpful. And these guys, being melee, are just really weak.
Only a matter of time.
Really weak to Ursa in general. So I did manage to get my Tengus, and I got an extra bottle because I'm in the lane and I'm facing, you know, opposition. Who knows what they're gonna do? I'm just trying to get last hits here. Not being too afraid, because if they come close, I'll really wail on them. But I'm about to get some items that will make it like really hard for them. So the Venom Orb makes them move slower, and the boots make me move faster. So now I can just hit them, and keep hitting them. They can't get away from me the same way that they think that they should be able to. So if I get 2 or 3 hits off in a row, the damage really starts to stack up with the way that I've built the character right now. And with the additional slowing power of the Stomp, I mean, they have a really hard time getting away from that. Right now we're looking for Earthshaker to block one of them outside of their area here. So, yeah, so he's hit him. Now we're looking for a good kill, and bam. So, Zeus came in here for a good gank, but we really need him to kind of get the hell out of dodge now. He's taking up valuable space. We will get another kill out of this. Can actually see him from the fire.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower.
Earthshaker should be hitting him.
It's
not. It actually goes really poorly for him because of that. I don't know why he did that, but And then he walks right back into the tower here. I was gonna give him a potion, but he really messed up there, so you know, whatever. Alright, now I've got some mana regen. My mana's low, so the mana regen was kind of necessary. I was trying to save for the lifesteal, but it's just not possible to go right for it with my inventory set up the way it is right now. Sort of, I'd have to get rid of some Tengus, which I could do for sure. It's just not the way I played. I should be getting my health up here a bit. There we go.
Illusion.
And I decided to go for some boots first. And this way,
Radiant's mid
I'll have
tower's
attack
getting
speed,
banged up.
even more move speed. So I just felt like I have the protection of the creeps, so I don't need the lifesteal as early, and it doesn't add damage, which really helps against the enemy heroes. So we're at 6-1, so the game is looking pretty comfortable right now. 4 minutes in. Zeus has come down from the mid, but I'm a carry, so I need to stay in the lane. Right now I'm getting basically every last hit, so that's really dangerous for the enemies to just let me kind of free farm like that. But they're all melee, except for Queen of Pain, which is really tough against Ursa because he's so powerful.
Dire's mid tower won't last much
In
longer.
a melee hero situation, if you walk in, I'm going to hit you, I slow you down, and then
Radiant's
hit
bottom
against
tower
you
seemed better
adds
days.
extra damage
Radiant structures must have been fortified.
to the tune of 20 damage per attack. So bam,
Trouble
20 extra
brewing in
damage,
Radiant's
bam,
bottom
20
tower.
extra damage. That's per attack. Bam, 20 extra damage. So after 3 attacks, I'm doing double damage. I'm doing 120 damage per hit. And I, for example, only have
Dire's mid tower
853
is
hit
having
points.
technical difficulties.
And some of them are
Radiant's bottom
squishier
tower
than
in a
me,
pretty
so
sight right now.
they just go down fast here. I don't know if
The
I'll be able to
Dire
catch
couldn't
them.
hang on to that mid tower.
Nope. Don't have the
Radiant's
lifesteal.
bottom tower seen
Need to
better
stay
days.
out. I'm really trying to distract and get the tower down. But this is good experience now. They're protecting of the creep camp, and I also got the experience there, so this is more reasonable, but still bad for the health game. Alright, we got somebody back, right, Wraith King. Trying to set up a gank here. Chopping down a tree to add an extra route in and out of the lane. He's wise enough not to come out though.
Middle is missing.
So I missed 2 kills for that, like 100 gold. I wasn't gonna miss the whole wave. So here we get the lifesteal. Because we had the inventory space after everything was said and done, and we're gonna go straight into Roche. I didn't think they had wards because they're playing like they're not very skilled, so I just assumed that this would be safe enough. I did actually ask Tengus to come down and like spot for me, but he was being kind of lame, so whatever. But Roche is an important objective, and Ursa's one of the people that can kill him the earliest. So we're only at 7 minutes and 50 seconds into the game.
Roche won't be stomping around no more thanks to the Dire.
I've soloed him. Everyone on the team gets 200 gold for that. I got 2 levels off of that. It's a pretty big deal in terms of what it does for the team.
Yes.
So now they're just, the other team is just not happy. Like, taking their jungle, we're killing them, we're really doing well in the lanes. I thought there would be like a kill opportunity here. I'm looking for the other guy, but I don't know where he is. And then, oh, he magically appears here. And then, so we managed to do alright here.
I scream bloody murder.
Oh, if I had just done the stomp a bit earlier. But
Dire's mid tower could use a little help. No breaking through the Dire's structures for now. Dire's top tower's getting beat down.
Stupid right now.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower. Dire's top tower, you know the drill.
Right now the courier's on its way with a bunch of stuff. That's why I wasn't doing anything on screen.
The Dire might want to mine their top tower.
And that's where my screen was, but I was utilizing the courier. You may have seen some stuff changing in the bottom right hand corner of the screen there. So yeah, their bottom tower's down. I'm looking for a kill on Bloodseeker here. It looks like we can get it. But he's a fast little mother. Now they're charging me.
Let me shake your hand.
I think this will be one of my only deaths. I'm not sure, but I do get kind of cocky.
Radiant's top tower's in bad shape.
The thing is, right now I have Aegis, which means I have double health.
Radiant's
So they have to kill me once, and then they have to kill me again. And 2 of me is pretty powerful.
Radiant's top tower.
I decide not to risk it too much and go elsewhere. Because it's just a waste of the Aegis if they kill me and I get away. It's really only useful if we use it to get an
One last
objective
top tower for the Radiant.
something like that. So I take it elsewhere. I don't think I use it. I may, but oh yeah, I do use it. I think here.
Rosie.
Oh, the mist stun was really brutal. Good lightning from
Somebody's
Zeus.
on a roll. 2 down.
Stop shaking.
I'm not sure if I get him here. I should, but you know, sometimes it's hard. I didn't want to push too hard. Sometimes I dive a lot with
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now. Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower. Someone's dropped out like a kid in school.
So one of our team members lost his connection. That's why he was missing the stuns, because he's having really bad lag. So so yeah, there's that. So Techies lures them in by running around, but then he runs away over a big mine traps, and that is what usually gets them. Now these guys aren't chasing anywhere, but they're really afraid of basically everyone. Now I'm just getting like every frickin' dollar here. There's not a missed dollar in sight, and I don't know if I've had higher gold per minute with Ursa. He's just like, he gets beast mode this game for sure. So
That's 4 in a row.
That's our Zeus. Zeus did very well this game. They didn't have anything to pressure him with really at the beginning. Queen of Pain just didn't do it. And so I'm looking for a Cloak of Invisibility, which will allow me to get close to them without alerting them, and then really get extra reach and deliverance on the damage factor.
Five in a row.
Zeus is really just taking them out. He's grabbing kills from everybody. I can port, but they're not fighting anymore, and I needed it to be by the tower. So I did check on it, but if they're not going to be by the tower, it's really not worth it necessarily. It puts a cooldown on it, and they cost 100 gold, so you gotta be careful about when and how you spend those TPs. Of course, if your teammates are still fighting by the tower and they need help, Ursa can be there and get in and do damage, but it's not like I've got Blink right now. I don't have a speed enhancing thing, and a lot of them walk quickly, like Bloodseeker and Spirit Breaker and Doom all walk quickly. Queen of Pain has Blink, so that leaves Sand Rating rather. So they have to be really close for it to be worth it. That's why I was slow, by the way. Alright, so we got our Cloak on the way. And, you know, my team's got 15 kills, their team's got 10 kills. We're doing okay. Still just trying to get that gold. Got the stealth. We got the stealth. We're moving.
Death has no grip on me. Death by decrees.
So Earthshaker got that one. But from here
Dire's top tower's getting beat down. Them Dire buildings are tough as nails for now. Dire's top tower, you know the drill. Dire's lost the top tower. Radiant's mid tower's coming apart.
At least I deigned to notice you.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand. That's 4 in a row. Somebody Radiant's mid tower's coming
So I
apart.
died there. It's unfortunate, but one of only 2 deaths in the game. We have a guy who's just hanging out in the woods, you know, 16 minutes with what he's got when he was given a solo lane with nothing to worry about. It's kind of silly. Yeah, so they both have boots, like,
Radiant's
basically the
bottom
bear
tower's
has
seen better days.
almost what I have, and the other one has not the difference. Not quite anyway. So right now I have an item that gives an area of effect damage increase to all my friends, gives them mana regeneration increase, and it gives all of the melee heroes a life steal. So that is the bear, ×2 and Earth Shaker. So we went in, I got a kill there. Screen went wonky. I don't know what happened. There's really bad fishers by this Earth Shaker. He's not in good position. I'm pushing this tower. I want my
Radiant's
friends to
toughened up
help,
their
but they're
structures.
not really in. And then
Radiant's mid tower's in trouble.
so I'm using their creeps. This will prevent them from getting experience, give me health, give me gold and experience, so it's pretty good.
Radiant's
right
mid
now.
tower's getting banged up. Have fun trying to bust down Radiant structures now.
That's a good echo
Do something
slam.
about that bottom tower.
I felt that.
Guess what's happening to Dire's bottom tower?
Again, I didn't feel safe, so I left.
Dire's bottom tower's getting the business. The Dire went and fortified their structures. Dire's bottom tower got blown to bits. Radiant's top tower is taking hits.
So right now I'm just, again,
Radiant's
trying to
top
get
tower's in
gold.
bad
Trying to
shape.
make sure I'm in a good position. I'm missing a fight with blue there, but he's stealthed out. Nothing we could do.
Radiant's top tower's hurting.
Right.
So right now I started building a Lincoln Sphere, and that's when I'm like, oh wow, this is really going to hurt them. And then I was making comments and jokes about it once it started going off, and it really was working quite well. I don't know, almost 3,000 gold away, like 2,300 or so. I don't know, something like that. 2,300 I think. And so it'll take a little bit, but not very long. Less than 3 minutes at my rate. Sorry, about 4 minutes. I'm gonna get another Roshan. I'm not gonna take the Aegis this time. I don't have room for it in my inventory. It is an item. But you can see how his health like chunks down there. That's because of me, and you see how quickly I'm attacking. So remember that I add, I think it's 20 damage every time, might be 25.
Roche is done for thanks to the
No, sorry,
Dire.
it's 30 damage every attack. So, bam, 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 bam. 4 of those is an extra 120 damage per attack. So after 4 hits, I'm doing, 300 damage per hit. And he thought I was going to stop. No, I worked him right into the ground. Unfortunately, that burned the Aegis. And we didn't get the kill.
That's 4.
Bloodseeker does go
2
down.
down.
Consider yourself lucky, but their mother would have done much worse.
Oh, and that was silly of me. Ran with Bloodseeker's ult. And that's what killed me there. When I was running with it, you could have seen my health going down. It just worked out poorly. And it was stupid.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
Sometimes I get the bloodlust. I don't usually watch the dead ground where
Radiant's mid tower's getting
I
banged
happen
up.
to pass away. I tend to watch other areas of the game. So these are some of what the other
Radiant's
guys are doing.
mid
Just
tower's
looking for
coming
them
up hard.
getting last hits and checking their items and stuff. And see, he's now got almost got a Radiance, but he didn't actually get the Radiance. He got this stupid spear instead. He should have completed his Radiance, and that was really kind of stupid. But it happened, whatever. We all laughed a little on that one, I think. So I've got the Perseverance, so on the way to that Lincoln Sphere, I only need the one more item, so it's 1,300 gold. I only have 35, so it's 1,300 gold. It's less than 2 minutes for me. So right now I'm trying to join the party here. It looks like I'm going to be late to it, but I do arrive in time. I'm invisible here, so I could have actually scouted down across the river, but I didn't really think we were ready for it. We were playing more defensively at that point because we were covering a retreat. So I didn't go forward, but theoretically I could have. The thing is, I popped it early in an offensive kind of a way, but Techie should have suicided here. He can be weird places, but in those situations he really has to be quick with his suicide. It hurts them, and it means that his regen timer is only like 15 seconds, right? Whereas now it's like 40 or 50. So that's a lot of mines that he can't drop. It's 4 or 5 mines. That's 1 kill. I mean, it really can affect the game for him. So that was Zeus sharing a little bit of mana with me. I don't know how much it helped, but I'll say that it was kind of him to do so. A gentlemanly gesture. One of the enemy team members seems to have abandoned the game, the Wraith King, who I really had a good time with early, and we trapped and just not having a good time of things. And I'm invisible here, so Doom can't see me, and I've been encouraging them to do things, and yeah, it worked out. So terrific plays there, and we're just going to go through. I almost have that Lincoln Sphere. I just need a little bit more gold. I'm going to have it by the time we push the tower. And it's going to start going off. Really not good for them now. My team's at 29, enemy team's at 19, and a player has abandoned the match. So, I mean, you can figure out how this game is going for me so far. That's the thing, is sometimes you get in games where the people have heroes that they are on a skill level that is not on par with what you're on par with. And for these people, mostly I'm on par with them if I play random hero and they pick a plan team. But Ursa's actually one of my better heroes, so it goes poorly for them. That was so good by Zeus. Spiritbreaker attempted to charge away by targeting creeps on the other side of the map, and normally he would have just run away. But if you stun him while he's doing that, if you can target him with something, he is targetable and hittable, and you can knock him out of that charge rather than him knocking you as he charges. If you're in his path, he'll knock you and you won't be able to do anything. But in that case, Zeus was able to cast a lightning bolt, which has a little mini stun attached to it. A lot of people discount that mini stun, but it can interrupt things, and that's really important.
Radiant lost one of them bottom towers.
There's a lot of ways to add a little stun like that. I could have even gone for one myself. I opted to go for a critical hit. See, that was the Lincoln Sphere going off for the first time at 26 minutes. That was on Queen of Pain that it was. So they know I have it. They should never essentially cast a single target spell on me again without at first
That's 4 in a row.
burning it off. Like, basically Spiritbreaker should never single target. Queen of Pain can burn it. There it goes again on Queen of Pain's thing. Kill Bloodseeker, so it couldn't go off on his. And the lightning reveals Doom.
A loss so small, the world will hardly notice.
So that right there is basically where the game for sure
Radiant's
ends.
bottom tower in a pretty sight right now.
But yeah, we're just gonna go from here. He misses another stun.
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty sight right now. Radiant's bottom tower seems... There goes Radiant's bottom tower. Get low to Radiant's bottom rags. Radiant's bottom rags ain't no longer with us.
So just went off of
Radiant's bottom
Bloodseeker.
rags
He
didn't
did
make
get
it.
the
Radiant's
ult
mid
off
tower's
on
getting
me.
banged up.
And I really want to fight, but I can't yet because he's
Radiant's
got
mid
his
tower's
there
coming.
to
Somebody's
fight.
cooking.
And boom, done.
Like the sandwich.
It goes off again on Queen of Pain, and boom, he gets the charge off. And then I'm stealthed, and then boom.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
And
The Dire might want to line
Lincoln's
the
is
top
up,
tower
but
down.
he didn't get the doom off.
Dire's top tower, you know the drill.
So right now I'm just trying to get health, really.
The Dire might want to
Before we
line
go
the
up the
top
hill.
tower.
But my team
Can't
backed
do
off.
nothing about Dire's structures
So-
right now.
I don't know why they did that, but they did.
Dire's top tower
Queen
is
of
getting
Pain
beat
just
down.
can't seem to.
Radiant's mid tower's getting banged up.
To get it. I don't know. So again, more health. At this point I'm actually starting to get the... That was on Bloodseeker. Unfortunately, that actually would be a good buff for me to have. He would double my damage or something. And that would be really dangerous for him. But so my Lincoln Sphere gets rid of
How
that.
about that?
And critical hit him there a couple times. And that was not good for him. So right now I start off doing 250 damage a hit. And I add 30 every hit. 250, 280, 310, 340, 370, 400. It goes up and up and up and up. So his hits after, 5, which his speed buff here, boom, 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 do is quite high. He hits just like an actual.
Where?
How about that?
So,
Earth take you.
things work out after that. And the criticals are
Radiant's mid tower's coming apart.
for 240% of damage, and they occur at 25% of the time. So, if you figure 240%, I mean, it's just crazy.
Radiant's mid tower could use a hand. So much for the
Now,
Radiant's
the
career.
buff, the
Poor
critical
little fella.
doesn't apply to his stack damage, unfortunately, it appears. Otherwise, the crits would be much higher. Impossible to hide
I
that.
lost count. How about that? Radiant's mid tower could use a hand.
I have doom in return.
So he did get the Doom off there.
Radiant's mid tower ain't doing so
And I
good.
won't die from it.
Radiant's mid rags is taking a
It'll be
licking.
close.
Radiant's mid rags taking some punishment.
And it goes on, I mean, they just keep dying.
Radiant's mid rags ain't looking so hot. Radiant's mid tower's coming apart. There goes the Radiant's mid rags. Radiant's mid tower's getting banged up.
So now they're on the low ground, I'm on the high ground, getting golden health. The crits actually really help with the health situation. Now I'm looking for the kill on blue here. And he has
The
stealth,
Radiant got one last
but he's
top
gonna die
tower.
before I get there.
Radiant's mid tower's coming apart.
Thunderstruck.
Radiant's top tower's in bad
And
shape. Lord,
Clear
I said I
Pain
lost
body
count.
blocks him, and I get
Was
the
it you heard
kill.
about my wounds?
Oh, it was so great. It was so great.
Radiant's top tower's taking hits. Guess that's 10 in a row. 2 down. Radiant's top tower's in bad shape. Radiant's
I
mid
dropped a
tower's
little
getting the
poison on her,
wood
so she can't live with it.
The Radiant lost the top tower. Radiant's mid tower's getting
I think
banged
that's
up.
how it works.
Radiant's mid tower's getting the wood for.
My voice
Radiant's
Yeah,
top
for a
rack is
second.
running out of time.
For a couple
Radiant's
seconds or
toughened up their
something.
structures.
Divine intervention.
4 seconds, so it's 12
Looks
damage.
like Radiant's Ancient is getting stomped.
And this is the end, folks.
We'll chalk it up for the Dire.
Final score with Ursa at what? 20? And 20 kills, 2 deaths, and 12 assists. So that was it. 688 gold per minute is by far the highest in the match. For example, the second highest was 563. The next highest, 509. It's just hard to get that much gold per minute. It's a 34-minute game, so every minute of that game, I got 688 gold, which is more than a creep pull. So I was very active in this game. And the XP per minute, 841 per minute, is again evidence of high activity and high success. High sustained success throughout the game. So that was a really good match for me. I was playing against noobs. I am a noob, so whatever, but that's a little bit of what Ursa can do. I usually go Ring of Protection, Quelling Blade with Tengus. You get 2 Tengus and a Potion of Health, and that should get you up to your mask if you're jungling. Use trees to fight only 1 creep at a time and respawn the camp and stuff for most of the time. And that works really well. And if you get the Mask of Madness first, then you can get your full Vladimirs and your boots with an orb. And again, you're Quelling Blade. By, 9 minutes or so is pretty good. Maybe 10 minutes. And then you kill Roche within, so you can do it at 5 with just the Mask of Madness as soon as you're level 6. If you have only points in his, whatever it is, attack spam and his damage up. With the 3 in the attack spam and I think it's 2 in the damage up, because you need the extra hit to get the health and stuff. But you kill Roche and then he respawns every 8 to 12 minutes. So yeah, Ursa's a lot of fun. Hope you enjoy and play lots.